So let me say this about the baby mama drama. There is a silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. There's a little piece of silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. And the little piece of silver lining, Amsterdam Africans send the invite. And that little piece of silver lining in the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty tour, dishonesty and revenge tour, the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty and revenge tour, the only silver lining about it is y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. Y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. So I done already sent the message to baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. You have 2 weeks to produce my child who you've been keeping from me while I've been paying child support. Just like baby mom number 1. It's deja vu. It's deja vu. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. So baby mama number 2, we talking to Miss Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. She old news. She old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. That's old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan, baby mama number 2. You have until the eclipse of March 29th. You have until my Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference return to produce my baby. If I do not meet and see my child by Saturday, March 29th, Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live and I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to put your business in the streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. And I respect you, Miss Vegan. I respect you. But you are not going to deny me my child anymore. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. No problem. No problem. I will be at the child support hearing. But we're not talking about child support right now. We're talking about a relationship between the prince and the princess. We're talking about a relationship between Queen Kong and King Kong. I better see my baby in the next 2 weeks. You better text me, date, time, place. And once I see my child, you and I will schedule uninterrupted visits. Not in your house. We're not doing grandmama couch no more. I'm taking my daughter out with me, and she's going to spend quality time with me. She's going to go on the road with me. She's going to Africa with me. She's going to London with me. She's going to Jamaica with me. We're going to create a custody agreement outside of the white man. Oh, yes. Black self-determination. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. And all I'm going to say, you got 2 weeks where I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell some things that I know you don't want me to tell. Put me in touch with my daughter. Let's stop the nonsense. Since you had time to reach out to Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, since you have time to go find Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, Baby Smurf said that you said, Baby Smurf said that Miss Vegan found her mother to ask her if we were still in a relationship. Miss Vegan, is that true? Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child. Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child, you reached out to Mama Smurf to find out if I was still dating Mama Smurf. Listen, I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf when she had my child. I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf after she had my child, and I damn sure don't want Mama Smurf now. So you don't need to be asking Mama Smurf if we in a relationship. Absolutely not. Any woman that will deny a man his child has no right to be a wife to anyone. I'ma say it again. Any woman who denies a man a right to see his child has no business being anybody's wife. Black men, it's time to unite. Guess what I'm about to do for all of you? Where my alpha males at? Where my black men? I need some fists at. Let me talk to the alpha male kingdom. Where my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha males? Black men, this whole Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf, Lies and Revenge tour has inspired me to start a black man family court movement. Who with me? Who is getting sick and tired of being alienated from your children? What black men are sick and tired of paying child support and can't see your child? Where you at, black men? Where you at? I'm talking to black men all around the diaspora. I'm talking to black men all around. Where my black men at? Give me some black fists, African men. Give me some black fists. If you tired of family court, you tired of custody court, you tired of child support court, I'm going to start a movement. Oh, y'all done woke up a sleeping giant now. Y'all done woke up. I'm starting a black man anti-family court movement. We are sick and tired of being taken advantage of. We are sick and tired of family court taking our money and not guaranteeing us a right to see our children. Do y'all know how many custody agreements I had with Mama Smurf? Me and Mama Smurf had about 4 or 5 custody agreements. Me and Mama Smurf had about 4 or 5 custody agreements, and she violated every one, and family court did nothing. Yes, I filed contempt of court. I told you I got all my paperwork. I got all my paperwork. Yes, I filed contempt of court. And what did the court system do to Mama Smurf? Nothing at all. The court system did nothing at all when Mama Smurf failed to produce my child. So we not going for it. Black men, get ready. Black men all over the world. This is a Pan-African movement. I'm starting a black man anti-family court movement. We step into all elected officials. If you are a mayor, if you are a city council person, if you are a state rep, if you are a state senator, and if you don't stand with black men against the family court exploitation and domination, we will vote you out of office. That's right. We're going to start with Congressional Black Caucus. We're going to start with Congressional Black Caucus. We're going to start with Congressional. We going to D.C. Black men, are you ready to march on D.C.? We want a meeting with the Congressional Black Caucus. They not doing nothing anyway. They not doing nothing for black people anyway. They not doing nothing for black people anyway. We're going to go to Congressional Black Caucus, and we're going to tell them that they're going to create a bill for black men. First of all, no child support if he don't see his child. Oh, we changing the rules. You don't get no money if he can't see his child. Period. You don't get no money if he can't see his child. I'm going to say it again. No more money for deadbeat moms. That's right. We keep talking about deadbeat daddies. When are we going to talk about deadbeat moms who keep the kids from the daddy? We keep talking about deadbeat daddies. When are we going to talk about deadbeat moms who keep the children from the daddies? Oh, yes. Get your boots on, black man. We marching. We are marching against the Department of Health and Human Services. We marching on Congressional Black Caucus. Enough is enough. Y'all can thank Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf to the foot. Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, I want to say thank you. Thank you for waking up a giant. Thank you for giving me the idea that it's time to organize black men against this disgusting family court system, this unjust family court system. We marching in Philly. We marching in Jersey. We marching in Georgia. We marching in D.C. We marching against family court in Baltimore. We marching in Fort Lauderdale. We marching in Miami. We marching in Savannah, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. We marching in Brooklyn. We marching in the Bronx. We marching in Staten Island. We marching in Manhattan. We marching in Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Nashville, Knoxville. We are marching against the injustice of family court. We don't have a problem paying child support. I never had a problem paying child support. When I went to my first child support hearing for my oldest daughter, my oldest child, baby Smurf, was only 3 months old or younger when her mother took me to child support. 3 months old or younger. And the child support agent told her mother that he did not want to do the order. God is my witness. God, Olodumare, Yame, Chukwu, Amen Ra is my witness. Olofi is my witness. That when I got dragged into child support, when my baby was still an infant, still on milk, her mother didn't want to breastfeed her as a protest against me. Baby Smurf, did your mama tell you she didn't breastfeed you because I wanted her to? She put you on white man's milk. Hey, baby Smurf, go ask Mama Smurf why you wasn't breastfed. Baby Smurf, can you please ask Mama Smurf why you wasn't breastfed? Your mother refused to breastfeed you because I wanted her to. She put you on white man's milk. Oh, don't let me get started. Don't let me. I got some stories for that ass. I got some stories, but let me not digress. When we went into the child support hearing, the child support agent said, this child is barely 3 months old. This child don't need nothing at 3 months. You still on maternity leave. Why do you want a child support order at 3 months? God is my witness. Philadelphia Family Court. Where are my Philadelphia black men paying child support? Make some noise. Where are my Philadelphia black men paying child support who can't see your child? Where are the black men who are paying child support and can't see your child? Make some noise right now. I want all black men in America, South Africa, in London, France, Belgium. If you pay child support and can't see your child in Canada, Toronto, Montreal, if you pay child support and can't see your child, make some noise right now. Make some noise right now. And so he said, I don't even want to do the child support order. And you know what I told that man? I said, sir, with all due respect, we are not here because I don't want to take care of my child. We are not here because I don't want to take care of my child. That's not why we're here, sir. Do you know I went to every maternity appointment? I went to every prenatal visit. How many baby fathers go to every single prenatal? I didn't miss one of them in 10 months. I didn't miss one of them in 10 months. Go ask your mom about that. I was there even when she didn't want me there. Let me say that again. I didn't miss a single prenatal visit for my eldest daughter. If we talking facts, can we talk facts? I bought all of Mama Smurf's maternity clothes. Didn't I, Mama Smurf? Everything you needed, did I not get it for you? Everything you needed, did I not get it for you? Everything I needed, did I not buy all your maternity? Did I not pay anything your insurance wouldn't pay? Did I not go to all the pediatrician appointments? Mama Smurf, can we tell the truth, Mama Smurf? Mama Smurf, Mama Smurf, did I not go to every Lamaze class? Yes, black sisters. I love black women. I was there for mines. I love black women. I was there. Guess what, sisters? I went to every Lamaze class. I went to every Lamaze class. And we got on the ground And I rubbed her stomach, and they taught me how to relax her hips. So when it's time to have the baby, you can help her have your child. And we was in a room full of white women at Chestnut Hill Hospital. I said we was in a room full of white women at Chestnut Hill Hospital. Oh, my memory coming back. My memory is coming back, baby Smurf. My memory's coming back. We was on the floor at Chestnut Hill Hospital. We was the only black family. Because she was bougie. We was the only black family. Both baby mamas bougie. We was the only black family in the Lamaze class. And we got on the floor with the snow bunnies. We got on the floor with the snow bunnies, and I rubbed her stomach, and I held her, and I did everything, and I stretched her legs, and stretched her arms, and I stretched her back. Mama Smurf, Mama Smurf. Am I lying, Mama Smurf? Mama Smurf, did I not go to every Lamaze class with you, Mama Smurf? Mama Smurf, did I ever miss a single prenatal appointment, Mama Smurf? Didn't we go to lunch after every prenatal, Mama Smurf? Now, Mama Smurf, I'm going to drop a bomb on you, Mama Smurf. And I'm going to drop a bomb on Ms. Vegan. I'm talking to baby mama number 1, Mama Smurf, and I'm talking to baby mama number 2, Mrs. Vegan. I'm talking to baby mama number 1, Mama Smurf, and I'm talking to baby mama number 2, Mrs. Vegan. I'm talking to baby mama number 1, Mama Smurf, and I'm talking to baby mama number 2, Mrs. Vegan. I'm going to give y'all real rap right now. This is from my heart for all my supporters around the universe right now. From Africa to Alabama, from Jamaica to Jersey. If either one of my children's mothers would have respected me as the father of their child and not try to make me marry them just because they were pregnant. I'm giving y'all the truth right now. This is real Ifa Tunde from the gut. If either one of my children's mothers would have respected me as the father of their child, instead of trying to force me to marry them just because, I would have married them just because. Did y'all hear what I said? I'm going to say it again. I would have did it for my daughters. I would have been miserable. We would probably be divorced by now. But I would have did it for my daughters. The problem was they couldn't even show respect. They couldn't even show respect during the pregnancy. They couldn't even show respect during the first year. I'm going to hold my comments on Mrs. Vegan because I might have to expose her on social media March 29th. I'm going to hold my comments about baby mama number 2 because I might have to expose her if she don't put me in contact with my daughter in the next 2 weeks. So I'm not going to say too much on her because she's getting her own live stream. She's going to get her own live stream. But when baby mama number 1 told me before she gave birth to my baby, when baby mama number 1 told me before she gave birth to my baby that you will be with both of us or neither one of us, who you talking to? Who are you talking to? I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon? I beg, who are you? That woman told me you will be with both of us or neither one of us. And then right before she gives birth, she tells me, your daughter is not going to have your last name. Your daughter is not going to have your last name. I said, what are we talking about this for? We already decided our daughter will have my last name. What is the problem at this late date? You're about to give birth in less than a month or two. Why are you now deciding that my daughter is not going to have my last name? And she says, because my mama told me, Grandma Smurf. She says, because my mama told me, Grandma Smurf. She said, because my mama told me, Grandma Smurf, that I didn't get my father's last name until he married my mama. I didn't get my father last name until he married my mama. I didn't get my father last name until he married my mama. God is my witness. What I gotta lie for? My ancestors is in Long Beach, California with the prince. What I gotta lie for? I swear to Ogun, where the Ogun iron at? Where my Nigerian Africans at? Get the Ogun iron. I will swear to Ogun, my Orisha father, that she said that to me. I ain't got to lie to y'all. Who is y'all for me to be lying to? I ain't no pastor or politician. I don't care about no public opinion. This is Ogun Tade. Na Payena. She said, my mother told me I didn't get my father's last name until he married her. That's what she told me. I didn't get my father's last name until he married her. So you know what I did? I called up Grandma Smurf. All due respect to her, because I do not disrespect elders. I called Grandma Smurf. All due respect to her, because I don't disrespect elders. I called Grandma Smurf. I hope all is well with Grandma Smurf. And I said, Grandma Smurf, your daughter just told me that you told her that she should not give my daughter my last name unless I marry her. She said, yeah, Umar, that is right. Because in this family, when we get pregnant, we get married. She said, yeah, Umar, that's right. Because in this family, when we get pregnant, we get married. She said, yeah, Umar, that's right. Because in this family, when we get pregnant, we get married. And I said, Grandma Smurf, I'll never forget it. I said, Grandma Smurf. And I might be blending conversations here because, you know, they all took place right after each other. So they might be blended, but it's all the truth. Okay. And I told Grandma Smurf, I said, listen, I care about your daughter. Your daughter and I met in college at Millersville University. Your daughter and I met at college at Millersville University. Your daughter and I met in college at Millersville University. She dated while I was the assistant residence hall director, school psychologist graduate student, in Gage Hall at Millersville University. Your daughter and I lived on the same floor in the same dorm. Your daughter and I lived on the same floor in the same dorm. I was the graduate assistant, and she was the fine-ass undergrad at that time, and, you know, human nature took its course. We're my Millersville University alumni. Human nature took its course. We're my Millersville University alumni. Human nature took its course. And I said, I care about your daughter. I do. She's the mother of my child. And I told Grandma Smurf, I would like nothing more than to marry the mother of my child. Did I not tell you that, Grandma Smurf, at your kitchen table? You was making Thanksgiving. I think you was cooking your Thanksgiving dinner, Grandma Smurf. You was cooking your Thanksgiving dinner. And you talked to me you told me I need to marry your daughter, to respect her and make her honorable. And I told Grandma Smurf, I respect your daughter. I care about your daughter. I would like to marry your daughter, maybe, but I can't do it just because she having my child. I'm not going to do that. I said, I want to continue to date your daughter. I want to continue to get to know your daughter. Yeah, we dated in college on and off for a year or two, but that was it. I graduated and came home. She was still up there for another year. I graduated and came home. She was still at Millersville for another year. I graduated and came home. She was still at Millersville for another year. And I'm sure she wasn't meditating that whole time that I was away from her. I'm sure she wasn't sitting with her hands tucked between her legs that whole year that I was in Philadelphia completing my school psychologist internship with the school district of Philadelphia. I'm sure she just wasn't sitting up there waiting to come home to me. She's at college, and we know what happens at college. Let's cut the cap. So I told Mama Smurf, I still want to date your baby and see if we can make a family out of this. That's what I told your mother, Mama Smurf. I said, I still want to date your daughter, Grandmom Smurf. Grandmom Smurf, I still want to date your daughter and see if we can make a family. Did I not say that, Grandma Smurf? Grandma Smurf, did I not say that, Grandma Smurf? I said it. I said it. And Grandma Smurf told me that wasn't good enough. Did y'all hear me, brothers and sisters? I told her that I wanted to explore this further with her daughter. See, as a man, we not just going to come out and say, yeah, I'm going to marry her because you told me to. Let me do this on my terms. As a man, we not just going to come out and say, I'm going to marry your daughter because you told me to. As a man, we got to do this on our terms. So if Grandma Smurf would have left me the hell alone, and if Mama Smurf would have stopped trying to bully me into marriage, and if you would have respected me and stopped being so damn disrespectful, you would have got a ring. You would have got a ring, baby. It would have been the worst decision of my life. We would be divorced by now. I probably wouldn't be King Kong consciousness, but you would have got a ring. You would have got married with your silly ass, but you kept listening to your mama. You kept listening to your mama. Do this to him. Do that to him. And then when y'all pulled that courtroom stunt, when that man bust your windows out and instead of taking him to court, you took me to court. That man bust the windows out your car and threatened my daughter's life. And instead of taking him to court, you take me to court and you put makeup on your body. Lord have mercy. Am I lying, ancestors? Am I lying? She put makeup on her body and took pictures into court. Put makeup on her body, took pictures into court, and told these people, I abused you. And then when the judge tells me to look at the pictures, I said, time out. Time out. Time out. The judge says he has a right to see the evidence. The bailiff passes me the pictures from Mama Smurf. I couldn't believe this. I said, these are not bruises because number one, I never touched her. And number two, this is makeup. This is makeup. This is makeup. This is mascara. This ain't. I said, Judge, Asian female. Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade. Asian female judge. Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade. Asian female judge. Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade. Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade. Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade. The Rice Bunny saved me. Shout out to the Rice Bunny. You still can't date him and you still can't wife him. Brothers, you still can't date him and you still can't wife him. It is black queens forever. Somebody text me, said, Dr. Umar, after all you've been through with your baby mamas, do you still defend black women? You damn right I do, because I came from one. Dr. Umar, with all you've been through with your baby moms, do you still defend black women? You damn right I do, because I came from one. Dr. Umar, with all you've been through, do you still defend black women? I'm going to defend black women until the day I die. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Not every baby mama acts like Mama Smurf, and not every baby mama acts like Mrs. Vegan. These are two isolated incidents. I wouldn't paint all my beautiful African sisters with the same brush. I wouldn't paint all my beautiful African sisters with the same brush. She said, why didn't you marry one? I just explained that. I just explained that, sister. And if you ask another goofy ass question, I'm going to block your ass. Why didn't you marry them? I just told you why they didn't get married, because they tried to bully me into marriage and they were extremely, extremely disrespectful during the pregnancy. Extremely disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. And if you want me to put the icing on the cake for Mama Smurf, I'm going to put the icing on the cake for Mama Smurf. And I'm going to give y'all one piece of Mrs. Vegan. And I'm going to end this and get ready for California State Long Beach Black Consciousness Conference. Los Angeles, I am here. Watts, I am here. Compton, I am here. South Central, I am here. The conference today is from 11 to 5:30 inside of Beach Hall at California State University. I speak at 4:30, and you know we taking the photos. You know the photos is crazy whenever King Kong comes to campus. You know the photos is crazy whenever King Kong comes to campus. It's going to be the same thing at FAMU at the end of the month. HBCU FAMU. You know the photos is crazy. Most popular black scholar of all time. Don't play with me. All time. All time. So let me give you this. I don't care about your questions because I don't care about your clarity. I'm only saying this for my day ones in case they have. I don't care about the rest of y'all, what y'all think. If you're not an FDMG donor, if you're not a member of the Ifa Tunde Army, I really don't care what you think. Y'all should know me by now. Y'all should know me by now. Okay, I didn't finish the photos. So I looked at the photos. I'm sorry. I had ADHD moment. Ancestral diversion for higher development. I had an ADHD moment. Ancestral diversion for higher development. And so I told the judge, this is nothing but makeup. The judge looked at the pictures. The judge said, yeah, he's right. These are not real images of bruises. I challenged the judge to have her stand up and show a bruise. She couldn't show a bruise. So she started getting nasty with the judge because the judge told her, don't ever come in my courtroom and lie. She got nasty with the judge. The judge made the bailiff go stand next to Mama Smurf. This is where Baby Smurf get her nasty ass attitude. This is where Baby Smurf gets her nasty ass attitude like mama like daughter. Like mama like daughter. You are definitely your mother's child, Baby Smurf. You are definitely your mother's child, Baby Smurf. You are definitely your mother's child, Baby Smurf. And so the judge told the bailiff to go stand next to Mama Smurf, and she said, one more word out of you, and you will be arrested for contempt of court. One more word out of you, and you will be arrested for contempt of court. One more word out of you, and you will be arrested for contempt of court. So we leave the courtroom, right? We leave the courtroom. Grandpop Smurf and Grandma Smurf are waiting outside of the family court building. This is when family court was on 12th Street. For all my Philadelphia Africans, this is when family court was on 12th Street. It wasn't up on Arch Street yet. This was on 12th Street. For my Philadelphia Africans, my fellow brothers paying child support who can't see your children. This is when family court was on 12th Street. I call him Smurf because I don't want to give her legal name. I still want to protect her. That's the mother of my child. So I call her Mama Smurf because I don't want to give her a legal name. Not at this time anyway. If it comes to that, it comes to that. But not at this time. I don't want to give their legal name because I know how trifling the YouTubian struggle streamers are. I know how trifling the YouTubian struggle streamers are. And so when we get outside, Grandpop Smurf says, what? They didn't like, he said, what happened? And she said they let him go or something. And he was like, what? They let him go? So he comes over to me. You put your hands on my daughter? I said, I never touched your fucking daughter. What are you talking about? I never put hands on your daughter. And I'm not mad at Grandpop Smurf because that's what a father's supposed to do. He was lied to by his wife and daughter. I can't blame him. Grandpop Smurf, I ain't got no issue with you. Except you should have made your daughter let me see my child. But I ain't got no issue with you. You doing what a father's supposed to do. You were lied to. You were told by your daughter that I abused her. You didn't know no better. So I don't even fault Grandpop Smurf. He did what a father supposed to do. He wanted to fight the man who abused his daughter. So we was about to fight. And then that's when the family court police separated us. They grabbed me by the neck. They damn near grabbed me and lifted me and dragged me all the way through the damn family court like I had a gun or something. Was all that necessary? I guess because he was older than me. I guess they wanted to protect him instead of me. They grabbed me like 6, 7 cops, grabbed me and dragged me through the whole family court. No, I can't stop cursing, but you could get off my live if you want. You could get off my live if you want, because if you say something else disrespectful, I'm going to block you. So that was that. That day changed everything because I said, bro, you at the point of no return. This woman lied in court to try to get you shut down. No psychologist, no clinical psychologist, no school psychologist, no principal, no FDMG, no therapist, no diagnostician, no. She tried to get me put on the domestic abuse list. Child abuse list, domestic abuse, that's a felony crime. That woman tried to destroy me while she did nothing to the man who threatened my daughter's life and bust her windows out and left a death note. She tried to destroy my life while she did nothing to the man who bust her windows out, threatened her life, and left the death note. Thank God I called the police and had that police report. Thank God I called the police and had that police report. Thank God I called the police and had that police report. Baby Smurf, you are your mama's daughter. You look just like her. You act just like her. Baby Smurf, she spit you out, Baby Smurf. I still love you, Baby Smurf. You're a little crazy right now. I still love you. Once you out your mama house, I think we can build a relationship then. I still love you. I don't blame you for none of this, Baby Smurf. I blame your mama. She put the battery in your back. She's talking through you. You are the robot. You are the proxy. You are the duplicate. I don't blame you, Baby Smurf. Your father still loves you. You don't know no better. All you know is what you've been told. That's a shame that your mama lying to you. But I'm sure you and I will work it out when the time comes. Now, I'm going to give y'all one little piece from Mrs. Vegan. The small piece. I can't give you the major because I respect her and I don't want to drop bombs unless she don't let me see my daughter in the next 2 weeks. And if you live in Philadelphia and you know Mrs. Vegan, please get word to her. Get word to her brother. Get word to her mother at the restaurant. Let those vegan people know Dr. Umar needs to see his daughter in 2 weeks, or he's going to tell people the truth. See, I went to every doctor's appointment for my baby, every prenatal for my eldest daughter. I went to every Lamaze class for my oldest daughter. I went to everything for Baby Smurf. I was allowed to go to nothing for my royal princess. My baby girl by Mrs. Vegan, she didn't let me go to no doctor's appointments except the first doctor's appointment. She didn't let me go to no doctor's appointments except the first doctor's appointment. She kept me in the dark. When Baby Smurf was born, I was there. When Baby Smurf was born at Chestnut Hill Hospital, I was there. When Baby Smurf came into this world, guess what? I was the first person to hold her after the Neanderthal delivery doctor. After that racist, nasty ass Neanderthal delivery doctor, I was the first person to hold Baby Smurf. Did you know that, Baby Smurf? Baby Smurf, I held you before your mama. I held you before your grandmama. Baby Smurf, did your mama tell you that I was the first person to hold you? Did your mama tell you I was in that delivery room with her for what, 14 hours? However long it took, we was there through the whole night, and then the sun came up and you came out. It was the most beautiful thing. Baby Smurf, when you were born, right? I think it was raining. If it wasn't raining, it was springtime because you was born in May, but it was raining. It was dark. She was in labor overnight. She was in labor overnight. And this is how I knew you was my child, because as soon as the sun came up, you came out. It was the most beautiful thing. As soon as the sun came up, you came out. It was the most beautiful thing. And the Neanderthal put you in my hands. He wrapped you in the white cloth and he put you in my hands, and I did a prayer over Baby Smurf. I prayed over my baby. Yes, I did. I prayed over my baby. And then I gave you to your mother. And then I gave you to your mother. Now, Baby Smurf, let me clarify something that your mother lied to you about. Baby Smurf, I want to talk about the birth certificate. I want to talk about the birth certificate. When Grandmom Smurf told your mother not to give you my last name, listen to me, Baby Smurf. This is for you, Baby Smurf. When Grandmom Smurf told Mama Smurf not to give you my last name, I told your mother I'm going to need a paternity test. I'm going to need a paternity test. My daughter not getting my last name, I'm going to need a paternity test. And your mother was absolutely enraged at my statement. She said that is an insult and that is disrespect for you to tell me you need a paternity test. And I said it is disrespectful for you not to give my daughter my last name. So after you were born, your mother remained in the hospital for a couple days, Chestnut Hill, Germantown Avenue. Your mother called me one night while she was still in the hospital, postpartum, and she said, you have to come and sign the birth certificate. I knew what was about to happen. I knew it. So I drive up to Chestnut Hill Hospital. It's nighttime. It's like 8, 9 at night. She waited until the nighttime because Mama Smurf and Grandma Smurf had to come up with their schemes. Oh, they some scheming ass people. Mama Smurf is a scheming ass woman, and she gave it right to Baby Smurf. So I walks into the hospital room at Chestnut Hill Hospital. I walked into the hospital room at Chestnut Hill Hospital, and the birth certificate paperwork, it was like 3 to 5 sheets of paper. And she already had the papers folded back to the last page. She didn't say, read this and sign it. It's for the birth certificate. You know what this woman did? She went to the last page, folded the paperwork back, gave me an ink pen, and said, sign right here. I just need you to sign right here. You don't need to read it. You just need to sign right here. And I said to myself, do I look like a fool? I didn't say that to her. I said it to myself. I said, do I look like a fool? You think I'm going to walk into this white man's hospital with my scheming ass baby mom, and I'm just going to sign the last page and not read the first couple pages? Do you think I'm a damn fool? So I read the whole thing, and I believe she had her last name where the last name goes, or she had not filled it out. And I gave her the paperwork and I walked out. I said, I'm done with this and I'm leaving. And she said, why are you always thinking I'm up to something? She the one who started yelling. I didn't scream in no hospital. I didn't scream. I didn't raise my voice in no hospital. I gave her back the birth certificate paperwork. And I think I said, I'm tired of you playing games. I'm out. And she started yelling at me. And she said, why you think somebody always trying to do something to you? Why you always think I'm trying to get over on you? And I left. And she took me to child support court and we did the blood tests. Even though we waited on the blood tests, I still went to every pediatrician appointment. Do you hear me, Baby Smurf? Because I pretty much knew you was mine. But so she didn't want to give you my last name at first. She changed her mind to avoid the paternity test, but I did it anyway. And that's a big reason why your mama hates me. Did you hear what I said, Baby Smurf? Your mother gave you my last name in the end, so I wouldn't take the paternity test. I took the paternity test anyway. I pretty much knew you were mine, but because I knew I had 18 years of hell ahead of me, because I knew I had 18 years of hell ahead of me, I said, you better take this paternity test and just make sure, because you're going to go through hell over the next 18 months. 18 years. And that's all I'm going to say about Mama Smurf. But nobody hit your mom. I think she said I beat her mom up in the hospital. What? I hit your mother in a hospital while she was holding you right after Man, Mama Smurf, did you really tell your daughter that? I mean, I know you had to come up with some lies for why you kept me out of her life, but my goodness, that was a bad lie, man. Don't do Mama Smurf. Did you really tell Baby Smurf that I was beating on you? Why would you lie like that? I never hit you in my life. If there's any woman I've ever dated that I physically assaulted, will you please come forward? If there's any woman I've ever dated that I physically assaulted, will you please come forward? My goodness, we got to stop the cap. Is there a police report? Is there a restraining order? Is there an arrest record? Is there something on paper, brothers and sisters? Now, I'm done with Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. I wish them the best. Baby Smurf, get your interview money. You ain't got much to tell because you don't know shit, but so be it. Let me go to Miss Vegan because this is the new battle. The real battle is for my princess of Pan-Africanism, my baby girl. Let me give y'all one little piece of Miss Vegan. I went to every prenatal appointment for Baby Smurf. I only went to the first one for the princess of Pan-Africanism. I went to almost every pediatrician appointment for Baby Smurf when she was young. I wasn't invited to a single one by Mrs. Vegan. I was there when Baby Smurf was born. I was the first African to hold my child when she was born, Baby Smurf. I was not invited to the birth of the princess of Pan-Africanism. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say, Ms. Vegan, I hope you listening. Ms. Vegan, you better arrange for me to see my baby. Brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar was not invited to the birth of his second child. Dr. Umar was not invited to the birth of his second child. I still remember when I called Mrs. Vegan on the phone. I was blowing up on the conscious community. I was blowing up all over the world because we conceived my baby right around the Chicago interview. Shout out to my Chicago Africans. Shout out to my Chicago Africans. I was on the phone with Mrs. Vegan driving back from my Harlem lecture, October 30th, 2010, that made me the international icon that I am today, brothers and sisters. So I want y'all to put this into context. Dr. Umar gets Ms. Vegan pregnant right before September 18th, 2010, the Chicago interview, the infamous Chicago interview that made me a legend. Then 6 weeks later, he goes to New York and blows down Harlem and takes over the Black consciousness movement. And I've had it in my hands for 15 years. King Kong consciousness, 15 years. And so when I'm driving back from Harlem, I don't even know I'm about to blow up, y'all. I'm on the phone with my baby mom, Miss Vegan, baby mom. I don't even know I'm about to become the biggest name in Black consciousness in the world. I just left Harlem. I'm on the phone. When is the next doctor's appointment? Don't worry about it. I want to come to the doctor's appointment. Don't worry about it. I don't need you at the next doctor's appointment. What? Huh? I went to all my first baby's doctor's appointments. Why can't I go to my second baby? I don't want you there. I don't need you there. I said, okay. When is she scheduled to be born? I want to be there. She said, I'm not having her at a hospital. I'm having her at a birthing center. I'm not having her at a hospital. I'm having her at a birthing center. No problem. I understand you follow vegan rules. I'm with you. No problem. I understand you follow vegan rules. I'm with you. No problem. I understand you follow vegan rules. I'm with you. So she gives me the date that my daughter is supposed to be born, right? I'm talking about baby mama number 2. We talking 2011. I call her a few weeks before her due date because she wasn't letting me go to no prenatal visits. And if you don't produce my child in 2 weeks, the whole world going to know why you didn't let me go to no prenatal visits. The whole world going to find out if you don't produce my child, Mrs. Vegan. So I call her up. I said, it's almost time for your due date. I call her up. God is my witness. The ancestors are here. The ancestors are here from Africa to Alabama. I said, it's almost time for you to give birth to our baby. When is the due date? Where is the birthing center? I'm going to be there for my daughter. You kept me from all the prenatal visits, but I'm coming to the birth. I didn't feel right. I was at all Baby Smurf's doctor's appointments. I went to the Lamaze class, everything, and I was being shut out by baby mom number 2. I was being shut out by baby mom number 2. I was being shut out by baby mom number 2. And when I called baby mom, I called baby mom and said, it's almost time for you to give birth. Guess what baby mom told me, y'all? Guess what baby mom number 2, Miss Vegan, told me when I called her? She said she's already here. I couldn't believe this shit. She said she's already here. She said, I said, what? 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 What do you mean my daughter is already here? I gave birth to her 2 weeks ago. What the fuck? What? Excuse me? What? You knew I wanted to be there and you didn't call me when you were going into labor? You had my daughter without me? She said, I didn't think you cared. I said, you's a goddamn lie. I wanted to go to every appointment and you denied me. I wanted to go to every appointment and you denied me. How dare you sit here? I told you to your face I want to be there when my baby is born and you denied me the right to be there. And then I said, this sounds real funny. I said, this situation sounds real funny. Am I lying, Mrs. Vegan? Am I lying, Mrs. Vegan? Am I lying, Mrs. Vegan? I said, this situation is crazy. I said, I'm going to need a blood test. I said, we can have the paternity company come to your mama house because neither baby mom ever let me know where they lived. Some of y'all say you should have just rolled up on your child. How? How? Neither baby mom ever let me know where they live. And family court will not give the father the mother's residence if she don't let him. Not in Philadelphia. Because I've asked. I've never known where my daughters lay their heads at. I don't know today. Didn't know then. They kept it from me. So I had to go to the grandmom vegan. Grandmom vegan. So I had to see my daughter at grandma vegan's house. Now, when I go there for the first time, I knew she was my child. This for my baby girl, princess of Pan-Africanism. I knew she was my child because when her mother gave birth, although she didn't invite me, I had a dream that night that she was having some complications. The ancestors brought me a dream. My daughter was inside of a car and one of the belts under the hood was wrapped around her neck. I was flying back from some other city and I was rushing to get back home to get to the car repair shop to untangle this cord from around my daughter's neck. This was the dream, brothers and sisters. It was scary as hell. This baby was hanging from a cord from a car and I'm in an airplane flying back. And when I walked into Grandma Vegan's house for the first time, when I walked into Grandma Vegan's house for the first time and saw my baby, I said, oh my God, that's the baby from the dream. The ancestors showed me my daughter before I saw her, brothers and sisters. Are y'all listening to me? Where my African spiritualists at? Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Where my African spiritualists at? Y'all know the ancestors were telling me your daughter's mother is having your child right now. The car was the mother. The ancestors speak through symbol. The car was the mother. The cord was the cord, the umbilical cord. It was wrapped around my baby neck. This is how I know you was meant to be here, princess of Pan-Africanism. This is how I knew you was meant to be here, princess of Pan-Africanism. This is how I knew you was meant to be here, princess of Pan-Africanism, because the ancestors showed me that your mother was having complications with you. And the ancestors were showing me that your baby needs you right now, but I didn't know where you were. And when your mother finally told me the date when you were born, I said, that's around the time I had the dream. And when I walked into your grandmama house and I saw you for the first time, I said, that's my baby. That's the same baby from the dream. I'm a priest of the ancestors, in case y'all don't know. So I get truth even when I don't have evidence. I'm a priest of the ancestors, in case y'all don't know. I get proof even when I don't have the evidence. So I was mad at myself, y'all. I was mad. I said, you already been through this. Because of your sexual indiscretions, your undisciplined self, you're going to go through this again. It's all my fault. Black men, if we are going to be kings, we have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault. I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest.